Hello, welcome back to the little Welsh cottage. I'm trying to find my peppercorns. I ran out the other day because I do like the ones where you scrunch them up. So I've just had a parcel. I've been spending money and I've bought a new salt and pepper shaker thing. So now I've got to try and work out how do you open them in order to put the peppercorns in. At some point this weekend I want to sort out the cupboards. It's surprising, it's coming up to 6 months that I've been here. There you go. Made out of wood, I think they are, with the little salt and pepper thing on top. There they are. That's the grindy bit. That's what I wanted. So pepper. I can put some sea salt in as well. Because I've started putting salt into my... Right. Do you need to wash these out? Or do you just put it straight in? I wonder if this will work. I'm hoping to start putting the shed up. Putting the shed base down first. Right, I need to turn that to the light. Because this is... Oh, is that falling on the floor? They might be falling straight through because they're not really... They're already crushed up. But I do like a bit of black pepper. Especially when I do my potatoes and things. Right, okay. Let me see if this will work now. Otherwise... It'll be all... Oh, that pepper's gone right up my nostrils. Whew. Let's test it out over the box so I can make a mess. Beautiful. And a nice dollop at the same time. Right, so that's one. And now, what type of sugar do you... not sugar, salt. What type of salt do you have? I'm currently using Dorset sea salt, but I think I have a packet, yes, I've got a packet up there of Himalayan pink salt. But when I do put salt into my food, I literally just put one rock. I don't put a lot in because I grew up with a mother who liked to put a teaspoon of salt into everything that she cooked. Right, this is going to cause a bit of a mess now, this is. Right, that's done. So what's the weather like in your part of the world? In Wales, in the past few days, it has gone very cold. And a lot of people were commenting on the bus this morning when I went out about how they've got their winter coats back on. A few days ago it was a scorcher, and now we've nearly got our scarves out again. Right, salt. And what's that thing about salt? Oh, is that working? There you go. What's that thing about salt? You throw a bit over your left shoulder, is it? There you go. Right. After all that, I'm exhausted. I think it's time for a cup of tea. Now, even though it is drastically too late to plant potatoes, I will plant these. Although I can't remember what variety they are. I'll put them to the one side. I'll take them down the homestead over the weekend, bank holiday weekend. Now, this is the mint that I planted. It doesn't look anything like mint to me, so I don't know whether I've got my labels mixed up. And because the labels have now faded, so I will have to go back and have a look. But I've got a nice bit of mould on that side, so that's been a success. But I think it is time now to take all this away and get the top of this ready for summer. Although what I'm going to do with it, I do not know. But the heated mat, which sort of worked, can go under the cottage, under the stairs, until next winter. It's a bit like Christmas lights, these. I'll take these propagators, because I might set this up down on the homestead at the end of this year, because there is electric down there. I do have access to electric. If I put a meter on, then I know exactly how much to pay for it to the farmer. Right, let's throw these under the stairs. Not throw, place gently until I can forget where they are next autumn. This bank holiday, I'm going to take them down to the homestead. That's all my tools. So I'll just put that for there for now. At some point in the future, I want to make some shelves so I can have everything, to have a place and for a place for everything. Stand by your beds. I've just had an idea. I could put the steamer up there. I quite like that idea, because I'm never going to open the window. The steamer. Also, this Amaryllis, I did it and it obviously didn't get warm enough, because you need to have a really warm space for the flowers to come. So I'm going to put that into the garden as well. But yes, I could put the steamer up there, and then that'll give me more space down on the actual surface. There you go. Getting the house ready for summer. Summer ready. There we go, that's enough. So I'm going to sow some rudbeckia. That's the good thing about filming. I can go back and have a look. So apparently, according to that bloke on the video there, my mint is on the left hand side, which hasn't come to anything. But this plant is a rudbeckia. So I could transplant them, and then some can go in the garden and the others can go down the homestead. See? Somebody asked me once, why did I make videos? And that's the reason. When I first started, I put my plant labels in, and I came back the next day and the fox had taken all the plant labels out, and I couldn't remember what I'd sown. So that's why I started filming, so I could go back and have a look. And well, look at that rudbeckia. That'll certainly bring a cheer to the face on a nice summer's morning. Right, let me put this in the garden as well. To be honest, I'm not expecting anything to come of this, because they don't like the cold weather. But it's better to put it in the garden than in the bin, because at least that way then it can feed the soil. So who knows, maybe it will flower, but I'm not holding out too much hope. This wild geranium is certainly taking over, and a lot of this soil is quite compacted, mainly because of the ivy. Oh, look at it. So if I can just take a hole out. Oh, the smell of this ivy, not the ivy, the geranium, which is about to come into bud, it's really filling my nostrils. Now, if you've got a plant and it's a difficult spot like this, rather than trying it and moving it all over the place, try this little trick that I've been doing for quite a few years. where you dig the hole and you use the pot. If the pot doesn't fit, you go, right, I need a bit more soil to come out. You even put the soil into the pot if you want to keep the area clean. There you go, a little bit more now. And then the reason why I'm putting it in this part is because it's in the corner and it can grow as tall as it wants to. Right, tease the roots, then pop it in like so. And if this grows anything like my cousin's, it will be 6 foot by the end of the year. And the cats will absolutely love that, to be sat underneath it on a hot summer's day like we're having today, which is very welcomed. Oh, I can't be bothered to go back down, but I could have brought my gloves with me. I didn't think I was going to do this today. It's a bit of an impromptu little thing, and that's what's so good about having a garden in the house. When the urge takes you, you can go with it. So these were bluebells, but what was next door to it, I still haven't found out. But anyway, in this bed I'm going to put some of this Cali deep orange, and it says that it will slightly trail, so I'm hoping it will trail over the side. Right, let me just gently put it next door to the fuchsia here. This bed is not very deep at all. In fact, is it even going to fit? There you are, just about. Just about. And while I'm here, do a bit of weeding. Although, you know, this is not the Chelsea flower show, which apparently is on TV this week. I'd completely forgotten about it. I used to go there on a regular basis. And then over in... No, let's move down the bed a bit. Now, these flowers have come to an end. They aren't going to put a show on now. And it's best to take the stems out as low down as possible. Otherwise, seed heads will start to form, which will make the bulbs a bit weaker for next year. But because I didn't really put these that deep, I have to be careful that when I pull the stems, I don't pull the bulb out. Same with the daffodils as well next door. And the tulips, everything in fact. There's a snail there, he can go for a walk. I like to garden in the old fashioned cottage garden way of doing things, which is find a space, pop it in, hope for the best. The worst thing you can do with daffodils and tulips is to cut the branches, to cut the leaves. So we just leave the leaves on and they'll die down, and put a bit of feed into the bulbs ready for next year. And we'll put another one of these orange Calis there. Beautiful. So if I can reach all the way to the back behind the mallow I've just planted, here I'm going to plant the cosmos, which variety is Apollo Love Song, and the cosmos is an annual. Oh, a bit more. Ivy is an annual plant, but in one season it will grow to about, oh, I don't know, 3 foot tall. There we go. That should really fill the back of this border. I've got to watch, because one false move And I'm down by the kitchen door. Now, if there's enough soil here, I can put the, look at that, nice bit of Welsh coal there. If there's enough soil here, there's another bit of Welsh coal. Maybe I've just found a seam. I can make a hole here, then I can have them close to the back door. So when I come out for my cup of tea in the morning, I can sit and smell the pinks. The variety of this is candy floss. Now look how compact that is. So they don't mind being ripped apart a bit. It's nice and watered, isn't it? Anyway, and now big enough hole because nobody wants to be cramped in life. Look, it's another bit of coal. I might have found my fortune. Pop that there, because it's always nice to come out and cut a pink, present it to that special friend. There you go, squeeze it in, love. Look at that. When you buy plants, don't go for the whole thing that is out in flower. Try and get some with buds. There you go, a bit of coal. I might sell that to the neighbour who's got a coal fire. I've popped the verbena in the back there, so that can fill up the back wall. Although it's an attractive back wall, I don't want to shade it all together. Right. Maybe the one last thing to go in today, as I need a cup of tea, is lavender. And I'm thinking maybe that can go down here in this bed. But like I said, I don't know what's down here. The weed in this garden seems to be Aquilegia. As they say, a weed is a plant in the wrong place, and there's certainly a lot of Aquilegia here. So we never did find out what. There's a slight onion smell to it. But I'd much prefer to smell the lavender than the onions. These have all been well watered over the last few days with all this rain that we've had. And the bees will love this. As long as there's space for the cats, because the cats do like to go and say hello to the neighbours. Plus it gives them access to the roof as well, which they like to go and sunbathe on. Here we go. So the last plants that I have is the pyracantha, which will go against the wall somewhere, because it's a bit prickly, although the birds would love that in the winter. And then next door I have sweet peas. Remember, a friend gave me some sweet peas? Here they are. So I'll put them up somewhere as well. But first it's time for a cup of tea. I just had a phone call just as I came in, so I just caught it in time, which is unlike the parcel that I waited in for today. They knocked the door. By the time I got to the door, she was gone. I'm sure she just came, knocked the door, and she just run like the clappers. That's a mug that I've got, which I really wanted this weekend, but we'll have to wait now till after the bank holiday. But the sign. So I've ordered a sign. It says the Rusty Homestead. It took a bit of thinking about whether it should be called Rusty Homestead or the Rusty Homestead. So we've gone for the Rusty Homestead, and that will appear next week. I said to him, don't be in a rush to send it out because I haven't even built the fence yet. Did I show you this? I bought some Diddly Squat Farm blackberry jam. In fact, I might have a bit now. I buy jam and I don't put it onto anything like toast. I just like to have a spoonful. Beautiful. Oh, has got a kick to it. Oh, these have been here for the last few days. Beetroot. So I need to prepare them for the kitchen. Somebody sent me this. Has anybody got any experience? It's called Organic Lion's Mane. Mushroom powder. Apparently you can put it in your tea and it is supposed to help you be a bit more sharper of focus. But it's a nice day. But look at this now. In a week's time we're going into June. And then it'd be 6 months. That's gone fast, isn't it? 6 months of being in my little Welsh cottage. I looked at a video the other day of my London life. If you don't know, I have a second channel where the majority of my London videos are being re-uploaded for. And that is called Sean's Second Channel. Quite a creative name, that. But I'll put a link to it in the description below. So if you want to see what happened before Wales, you can pop along and have a look at that. Oh, I think I might. Have I got a bit of ham left? I got a bit of ham, and I got a bit of beetroot, and I got a bit of rocket, which apparently is known as arugula in America, but rocket is the proper name to call it, so we won't be playing around with that nonsense. But I've only got one slice of bread. Aye, times are hard in the Boer War. Right, I'm going to wash my pins and I'll be back in a minute. I was thinking about possibly making my own bars of soap and selling them on my website. What do you think to that idea? I was thinking about candles first, but I thought with a candle it cost quite a bit of money to send through the post. At least with a bar of soap, that'll pop through your little box hole, won't it? And maybe grow my own flowers like calendula and lavender, and then use that in the bars of soap, so you can smell exactly like I smell. And what a treat that would be for you. I've been doing a bit of cleaning, and this is where I've got to so far. I've managed to get the desk in. It may stay there, it may not. This bookcase will be heading into the alcove behind the desk, and then the bookcase that's there will go in the other alcove by the window. This is the clock in storage. And those big boxes are for the bikes, because I'm keeping them for the homestead for some no-dig gardening. So it's getting there, slow and steady. I might do a big pile of stuff that I want to give away. That's the next task. That will certainly help reduce the stuff that's in here. But I don't know what I'm going to use this room. Maybe as a sort of craft room. The desk there I can do to do some business on. And also use it to, I don't know, maybe do a puzzle. Or, don't forget, I've still got that DIY greenhouse thing. You can just see it over there. I've still got that to do. So I could pull that out. And then I've got enough space on the desk to sort it out. Oh, look at that there. That's a mug from when I worked at ITV. Needs a bit of a wash. Ah, a tape measure. I've been trying to find a tape measure because I wanted to measure the doorways. Plus I've got plenty of pictures to go on the wall. So it'll be a bit like a snug. And also as a spare bedroom when people come and call. So I'm thinking of changing this door. I've taken this door off and put in another door on there with glass. But the problem is, nothing in Wales, or nothing in this house is straight. So if I measure the top, that will be 29.2. But can you see how it's on an angle? So that was 29.2. And then the bottom, what's this? That is 29. No, hold on. Oh yes, that's 29.1. And one of the reasons why I'm thinking about changing it is because I'm thinking about getting a door with a cat flap in, so I can keep them closed and keep the heat in, because the curtain works, but there's always something better to do. So let me see if I can just have a rough idea of the height. Oh, I don't think my tape measure is going to fit. No, it's not going to fit. So what's that? 50. 59.4. To 77. I'll have a think about it before I actually put the order in. It will look good in the end, but it'll just be a bit of a pain to get there. Look who it is. It's Amber. Didn't realise she was out. I thought she was inside. There it is. Go and have a look at the mallow that we planted earlier. So I haven't actually worked out where they're going or how many I'm going to do. I think the first test is to see whether I can get them in the ground. So I don't want to cut the cord just in case I end up taking them down the homestead. But I was thinking about an archway going over the steps here. Oh, they're not going in. No, that's not going in far at all. 3 inches. I want to go really deep. Nice. A foot. No, it's nothing. No give whatsoever. So maybe the sweet peas will be going down the homestead. What are you doing for the Maybank holiday? Oh, I would assume it's only a UK thing, isn't it? No, I don't think this is going to work. Oh. Right. Plan B. Whatever that is. Oh, the cloud's just gone in. It's gone very cold. Right, I'm having another go, and I've managed to get a few of them in. Not the best, but, you know, cottage garden, you can get away with being a bit haphazard. So 4 on each side and 1 across the top, that's what I'm thinking. That absolutely smells. Ah, hold on. They don't have to be on each side, do they? I could invent something new and just put them on one side. If I can get this one in. There you go. Well, it's turning out to be a beautiful afternoon when the sun is out. I could do something like that. There you go, something new. You haven't seen this on Gardener's World. You won't see this at Chelsea Flower Show. And there's a reason for that. Nothing like a little potter in the garden, is there? And this is nothing like a potter. Right, one more I think. Oh, I can see Amber is sleeping in the neighbour's grass next door. There we go. Right, we've got two more. 1, 2. Let me see if I can just squeeze one in. There you go. Oh. We'll gather sweet peas in the spring again, or in the summer. Dee-dee. Right, let's try and do now. So you go. Okay, this is be fun, wouldn't it? Right, let me use the other side because there's a lot less weight. Oh, there's a lot less weight on this side. I can get a knife, cut that. It's all about having fun, isn't it? Ah, I can see the moon is out. The moon is out tonight. Right. If only I had a ball of twine with me, it would be a lot easier. But I don't. It's all in the house. Right. I'll get back to you in a moment. Right. One ball of string. You wouldn't believe how many balls of string I got sent for my birthday. I don't think I'll have to buy another bit of string again for at least 5 years. Once this is done, I can then spend all my time sorting out the homestead. Handy device this. Put your ball of string on and pull. Oh, I think I put this one in upside down. Either that or it's very thick. Right, I need 3 pieces. Let's save a bit of time because life's too short for going up and down stairs. 1 die 3. That's 1, 2, 3 in Welsh. Oh, that's a nice breeze. It's a nice breeze across the sweaty brow. There you go. I'm not bothered if they're not perfectly straight. That one hasn't even got a friend to hold on to. Oh, okay. Let's do it that way. Like I said, always reinventing the wheel. I can feel the air in the village that everybody's excited to have a bank holiday with a bit of sunshine. There you go. It's not pretty, but it's original. Good looking plants they are. Now I don't like this. Look at that now, there's 6 in there. Well, the nice looking plants, look, there's about 4 or 5 in one little plug. So that's what I'll do. I'll just do a haul, pop a plug in, hope for the best. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and Betty's your cousin. There you go, everybody will be pleased. I look forward to the summer scent. Also, if you want a really good summer scent, then now is the time to sow your night scented stock. I'll put a link to a supplier below. But pop that in the garden and you will wonder how you lived without it. There you go. Put them around. They'll soon find their way. And then if I've got any spare, I'll pass them down to the homestead. Now, I can't remember which way they climb. I think it's anti-clockwise. Whereas in Australia they climb in the opposite direction to what they do in the UK. Or so the legend goes. Maybe you could crowdfund for a ticket to Australia just for me to go and find out. There you go. That's a task ticked off the list, isn't it? Beautiful. Well, I think it's time for tea now. It's about 5:30 and I've got a bit of chicken for my dinner tonight. So anyway, thanks for popping in and hanging out, and I'll catch up with you next week, no doubt. So from me until then, bye for now.